Hello everybody, Kizilla here. Welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team. So, in the last episode, we went through the Solar Cave, and we got ourselves the other two TMs that were there. Now, off-screen, I do want to mention that I did have to get the Fly TM. And, to be fair, I just used a Wonder Mail code for that. I wasn't actually gonna bother going through that off-screen. So, let me go ahead and put this stuff away. And so now... Now, I mentioned this at the end of the last episode, but now that we have the Surf TM, we can finally begin doing some more of the post-main story plots. So we're going to start off by going to the Northern Range. So, welcome to the Northern Range. Now, like I said off-screen, I did do a lot of stat grinding, but it was only for me. Okay, so there's the stairs. So this is a dungeon that has 25 floors. And at the very end of it, we will encounter a boss. Oh yes, also, so one thing I want to bring up is that... Are you fucking serious right now? Also, ow. You, get your ass back here. Asshole. And also, I don't like that trap at all. Anyways, like I said at the end of the last episode, basically, we will be fighting a, well, the thief was Latios, because the Eon Twins have their very own, plotline. Well, mini plotline. So, what I wanted to say was... So, IQ in this game actually does work differently than it does in future games, if I recall correctly. And what I mean by that is... Well... So in future games... IQ works by having every Pokemon in specific groups. And they can only use IQ skills that are in their groups. Some groups are better than others. Wow. This dungeon just hates flamethrower, huh? In this game, however... Which fucking item? Yeah, this... I already don't like this dungeon. Oh, thank God. Last seed? Okay. Anyways, like what I'm trying to say, in this game, IQ is shared by everybody. Or at least, like, all the skills can be shared by everybody. There is no one specific group. However, the IQ skills themselves are split up into various groups. And you can only activate one IQ skill from each group. So, for example, let me go ahead and bring this up. So if I go to check IQ, so we've got All-Terrain Hiker, which allows me to walk on water, lava, and clouds. However, the better one is Super Mobile, as it allows me to also dig my way through walls, and it does not increase my belly usage. No, go away. So, I would highly, highly, highly recommend looking into IQ skills. you kidding me, game? Ah. But yeah, Trent is really just here so that way I can do some speed shenanigans. Also, I do want to talk about how stats work. So, in this game, stats really, and I mean really, make up the big difference. I mean, that's fair in regular Pokemon as well, but in the Mystery Dungeon games, that is especially important. Because evolution doesn't really give you huge increases in stats. It's like a standard level up, if you would. Instead, what evolutions do is they'll allow you to use more moves. So, stat boosting items such as vitamins, or as they are called. Here, you know what? Are you? Okay, damn, you gave me a heart attack right there. Oh my god. Also, while I was going through the Sky Tower, I actually ran into 2 monster houses. I think I ran into another monster house when I was going for Groudon in the Magma Cavern. But yeah, you will need to use, well, you will need to fly HM. In fact, I think this is the only game that has HMs in them. I may be wrong, but even so, this is... Red and Blue Rescue Team are the only games that require HMs for access to certain dungeons. And you can see I am trying to save my move power points. Okay, so they just both lead to the same place. So if you're curious about a few different things... I don't know where I'm going with that thought. Oh, thank God. Whew. Anyways, so... what I was trying to say is... when you recruit Groudon and Rayquaza, they'll actually give you their friend areas right then and there. Kyogre does not do this. Instead, you have to buy his friend area. Perish. Okay, I get the feeling that this might not actually lead to anywhere, but still good to check. Okay, yeah, I was right. I love this IQ skill. Thank you, Trent. Okay, so that means that the stairs have to be up here. It's always the last room that I check. Not surprised at this point, honestly. Also, another thing regarding stats, so the 4 main stats can all go up to 255, while health prior to, I believe, Super Mystery Dungeon? Goes up to 999. And there's the stairs. And on my way, sir. God, I love room clearing moves so much. They are such a massive help, especially if you have to go through a monster house. Because, unfortunately, sometimes the stairs will be in the monster house. There we are. There's the stairs. Oh wow, we must be pretty high up. And we leveled up. Let's go. Ow. Fuck you. I'll be honest, Nitrate is a bit of a crutch move, no matter what generation it's in. And that's because it only deals damage based on the user's level. Now that there are a few other moves that do the same, I think Vacuum Wave is one of them. Yeah, there isn't really much to talk about right now. I guess, overall, I could share what the ultimate plan is. But I think I've already mentioned that a few times. The music is still good in this game. Of course, the stairs would be over here. Somewhere. There we are. I can't wait to use using Heat Wave now. I do think that it does suck somewhat that Heat Wave is... Okay, there's my huge apple. As I was saying, I do think Heat Wave sucks a little bit in terms of how restricted it is. Because there are literally only 3 Pokemon that can learn it. Charizard is one of them, Moltres is another, but I forget the third one. Oh, also another thing, so... in this game, the only Pokemon that can actually learn the elemental ultimate moves that starters can typically learn are the Kanto starters. So Charizard can only learn... well, only Charizard can learn Blast Burn, only Venusaur can learn Frenzy Plant, and only Blastoise can learn Hydro Cannon. Which, honestly, it kind of sucks because even then you have to get to max level for that. Come on, Trent. Okay, so we are coming up to the end of the dungeon, thankfully. Also, Actually, I think this might be a good time to mention it, but I am debating on beginning a Pokemon journey throughout the mainline titles up to, say, Gen 9. No, game, come on. Thank you. But I can start that when I hit 200 subscribers. So if you really want to see that and you aren't subscribed already, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if I happen to reach that, by the time this video gets uploaded, then honestly just still do it. Make me feel like I'm actually that I'm actually doing a good job. Okay, 2 more floors, and then we get to be finished with this. Are you? Thank you, Trent. Okay, that's a little annoying. Burn. I guess I just don't want to shoehorn myself into one specific franchise. I feel like that's a big mistake a lot of beginning YouTubers make. Because one of my inspirations actually basically said, it's good if you focus early on, or if you have a big audience for something. How? What the fuck was that kind of damage? Oh my god. Anyways, like I was saying, one of my inspirations once said that as long as you're having fun, just do what you want. Hey, there he is. Oh! Who are you? I see, you're trying to get your TMs back. But nobody can stop me! I'm the Eon Pokémon, Latios! If you really want your TMs back, you'll have to take them from me! Okay, pretty boy. Here. Get attracted. Okay. Alright, next Max Elixir, go! Oh wow, that was a crit. Please. Please let me go. I have to go. Somewhere that I have to go. If I don't hurry, my little sister... Dog. What? Would you like to save your adventure? Yep. Look, he's waking up! Where? This is Pokemon Square! You fainted in the northern range, so we brought you back here. You! How dare you steal my fine selection of quality merchandise! You had better be prepared for harsh justice! Now wait. There must be a good reason for this. We should at least hear that. That's right, I have to get my sister! This wound! You're injured. You can't fly for now. Tell me, how do you justify what you've done? I have a younger sister. Her name is Latios. Latios crashed somewhere in the Pitfall Valley. What? The Pitfall Valley? What is that? What is the Pitfall Valley? It is near the Northern Range. They say that anyone so unlucky to fall into the Pitfall Valley will never again emerge. Latios and I were flying over the Northern Range when suddenly what appeared to be a meteorite struck Latios on the wing. Her wing shattered by the blow. Latios tumbled down into the depths of the Pitfall Valley. You mean she's got a broken limb? A meteorite? Kizilla, you think maybe that it's a chunk of the blown up meteor? I went to the Pitfall Valley in hopes of rescuing my sister, but I made little headway. I wasn't up to the task. So that drove you to steal technical machines? Yes, I intended to make amends after I saved my sister. But that doesn't mean I could get away with thievery. It was wrong, and I'm sorry. Oh my! It is not a problem at all! Her reason's so compelling, it can't be helped! However, even if you were to plumb the depths of Pitfall Valley, what would you do then? Nether reaches of the Pitfall Valley are a void. You will wander forever, neither falling nor living. What then? So much time has passed since my sister crashed. Latios hasn't been able to climb out of the depths. He is all alone down there. Even if I end up like her, unable to escape, 2 would be better than 1. Latios wouldn't have to be so alone. How foolish! Do you think Latios wishes for that? But it's a place you can't escape, isn't it? I don't see how we could do a rescue in a place like that. No, there is but one possible way. You can? How? You already have the means in your possession. The teleport gem. Use that. The teleport gem? The one we used to get up to the sky where Rayquaza lives? But it got broken in the falling star's explosion. While it is unlikely to carry you to the sky again, it should be able to carry you a shorter distance. If you were to use the teleport gem from deep within the Pitfall Valley, that's it! If we did that, we could escape with Latios! Kizilla, this is a rescue that only we can do! Let's go rescue Latios! Alright, we can now access Pitfall Valley. But that's going to have to wait until the next episode. So I'll see all of you then. Goodbye!